All right, we're live. It's Startup TNT, streaming to you live from Edmonton and around the world on YouTube. It's Thursday Night Tradition. Every single Thursday for 78 weeks straight, we've been getting together, having fun, making friends, and building companies. And we've got a very special night ahead of us tonight. We've got 9 venture capitalists from across the country joining us to give a 2-minute pitch to let us know what they're up to, and then they're going to hang out with us all on Discord afterwards. So I'm actually not going to talk much tonight, guys. This is what we do every single Thursday. Everybody sees me every single night. We've got a brilliant, diverse panel here of VCs. They're going to share with all of us what they're up to. And we've got a great co-host, Christiana Manzocco from Alberta Enterprise Corporation. Actually, to introduce Christiana, I'm just going to say this. A year ago, well, actually over a year ago, I put out a little call out in my newsletter that says, hey, we should do some fun thing called this investment summit. Does anyone want to help me? And Christiana filled out the form and said, I think we'd like to help you, Zach. And she was one of our very first sponsors for the Startup TNT Investment Summit last year. And they're back again to sponsor us. So great to have you and Alberta Enterprise Corporation on board with us again, Christiana. Say hello.
Hello. And thank you so much, Zach. That's really nice of you to say. And of course, we have been a sponsor since the beginning, and we're very pleased to continue to sponsor this very worthwhile organic grassroots event. So thanks for having me. As mentioned, my name's Christiana Manzocco. I'm the Director of Industry Development and newly an investment associate with Alberta Enterprise Corporation. So Alberta Enterprise, we are a fund of funds. Our mandate is to create access to venture capital for Alberta's tech companies. We do this by investing into venture capital funds that then invest into companies. So we currently have 16 venture capital funds and 3 angel co-investment funds in our portfolio. And these funds and their partners have invested more than $600 million into Alberta tech companies. And we're very happy to announce that this summer, the government announced an additional $175 million over 3 years to AEC. And since then, we have invested an additional $5 million into our 3rd early stage angel co-investment fund, which is the Accelerate Fund 3, of course. And we have Arden here from Accelerate Fund speaking to you later tonight. This brings that fund to $15 million, which enables the fund to help even more early stage founders like yourselves get access to early stage capital that you need to grow. So stay tuned for many new VCs in Alberta, which we will be funding. I'm so pleased to be here this evening and see so many VCs pitch. It brings me great joy to see that the tables have turned. And I hope that the founders in the room take note of the investment thesis and the value that each of these funds can bring to the table for your venture. Founders, I hope that you leverage the expertise, the access to networks, and to other markets that these investors bring. They're a resource to you all, and they can offer, what they can offer goes far beyond just money. So thank you to Startup TNT for organizing this great event, and I'm very excited to be hosting this evening. So Zach, should I kick it off? Are we ready?
I think we're ready, Christiana. I think the first VC is rearing to go. I think let's introduce them.
Ooh, amazing. Such excitement. Okay, so the first VC pitch of the night is Sara Mohajerani with BlueSky Equities, please.
Welcome, Sara.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Kristina and Zach, for having me here. I'm Sara Mohajerani. I'm investment analyst at BlueSky Equities. So I have an engineering background. I'm graduated from University of Alberta, joined BlueSky 3 years ago. So BlueSky is basically an investment management firm based in Calgary. So owned by Hunter family. You probably know Derek Hunter. He's well connected to the local community. And we invest in seed stage startups. We already have 70 companies in our portfolio, more than 70 companies in our portfolio. Our regular check size is something between 50,000 to 100,000 at the beginning. So our thesis is to watch the company's progress, have a small check at the beginning, watch the company's progress. If the company hits their projection and make a good progress. So we invest and re-up for follow-ons up to $250,000 to $500,000. Our criteria for investment, we have 10 boxes for checklist for our criteria, but the most important one is the valuation and terms. It's the key parameter for us, and we don't invest in pre-revenue companies. The competitive landscape and competitive advantage, customer retention, and the founder have a skin in the game. It's a couple of other criteria which is really important for us. We are industry agnostic and geographic agnostic, but half of our portfolio are Alberta-based company. We try to support our local companies as well. Our portfolio is pretty diverse, so we ended up investing. Most of the time we invest in B2B enterprise tech companies, but we have an investment in pet food product as well. So it's just it's a longer story how we ended up investing in that company, but it's in our portfolio.
Sara, that's amazing. I didn't realize you're in 70 companies. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I also just want to point out to everybody, BlueSky Equities is one of the investors participating with us in the investment summit. Really awesome to have people like that joining us in the investment summit. Thanks so much, Sara. And I think you hit all the major points. Sector, geographically agnostic, $50,000 to $100,000 checks at the beginning. I think you covered everything, Sara. I feel like we should probably move on to the next speaker. We got a lot of VCs today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Sara. All right, without further ado, we'd like to invite up Zoya Shchupak with Novabot, please.
Thank you so much, Christiana. Hello, everybody. It's really great to be here. I'm very excited to tell you about Innovobot. I'm the managing partner at Novabot. I would love to tell you about my career, but we only have 2 minutes, so I'll just move on to the fund. Novabot is a brand new fund. We're actually raising, it's a $75 million fund. We're based in Montreal, but we are investing across Canada, and we also have a sleeve for US and Europe. Our focus is extremely really focused on technology. So we are an early stage tech for good VC fund, and we invest in companies that leverage technologies that are disruptive and revolutionary and that are solving big problems. So for us, this is really our main criteria that we'll look at. It also, another key, really important factor for us is the tech for good aspect. So every single company that we partner with has to have a mission or a vision to provide benefits to society or the environment. And we accompany our founders in order to make sure that we execute on that mission. And finally, we only invest in companies where our expertise and experience can bring value. And I'll tell you a little bit why that's the case. We're not really a typical VC. We are, for a startup, sort of an early stage fund, we're actually part of a large platform where 9 partners. The founding 8 partners are all engineers. They've had long careers. They've started companies, they exited companies, they operated companies, and they have PhDs and masters. So that is the reason why we focus on technologies. We are very comfortable with hardware and deep tech. And we really, our approach is to partner with founders and really help them scale. So we believe that capital is really not enough, even though it might seem like that's all we need in order to succeed. But we are actually, we provide much more than capital. We provide the expertise, the experience, and we really, work side by side with our founders to de-risk the execution of their strategy and really create.
We're over time now. Sorry, I hate to be rude, but I do want to say this, Zoya. I love the fact that many of your partners have PhDs, especially they have PhDs from McGill, where I got my PhD. And one of your partners or one of your affiliates is Brian Wyatt,
Exactly.
Who joined us at the last investment summit. So just so everyone knows, Innovobot was a participant in our investment summit back in February, where we invested in Drug Bank, who also received money from the Accelerate Fund. So very cool. We're all working together here. And Innovobot's a sponsor of our summit this time around. So really great to have you here. And it's also really great to have someone from Montreal investing in deep tech, cool companies here in Edmonton. So really great to have you, Zoya. I think everyone's going to enjoy meeting with you during the Discord.
Thanks, Zach.
Who's our next speaker, Christiana?
Well, it's going to be Arden C with the Accelerate Fund, who's going to blow us away. Right, Arden?
No pressure there whatsoever. Okay, I got 2 minutes. So Christiana already mentioned the characteristics of our fund, $15 million. We invest, gosh, where do I start? Look, if you're looking for an investment manager that's going to stay out of your way and not tell you what to do, that's us. Because like Jon Snow, I know nothing. But that's not entirely true. I guess I'll break it down to 4 things that I think a VC can add value, can offer, right? Capital, networks, expertise, and value add. Capital, you write $250,000 checks for the first investment, and we're looking to build a portfolio of about 18 companies in Accelerate Fund 3. And we also will do follow-on for about a third of the portfolio, anywhere from $500,000 up to $1 million. So that's the capital side, and we'll take part in pretty much any type of capital instruments out there. So no real prejudices, I guess. Networks, Yaletown Partners. So I work with Yaletown Partners, and we actually manage the fund in partnership with the A100. And we know that A100, they've got a pretty massive and extensive network. So between A100, Yaletown, and my background, having managed the venture mentoring service, we've got a pretty incredible network, not only locally here, but across North America that we bring to the table. And like I said, we're not here to tell the entrepreneurs what to do, but rather give them the support that they need. You guys are, running your companies, and you know best, generally, I would hope. Expertise, like I said, we're not engineers. Well, I mean, Brad's an engineer, but I mean, the point is we don't come in saying we're AI experts or we know this particular segment or whatever that is. We do a lot of coaching and mentorship, and we do a lot of just, giving the entrepreneur that room to figure out, their next capital raise, leadership issues, things like that. 20 seconds left. Okay, and additional value add. We're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, really friendly. Arden's like a professional mentor too. I think that's a really cool feature about your background, Arden. Used to run venture mentoring services. What a great background to become a VC. Very cool.
Well, thanks. Yes, so finance is my background in investment management, I guess.
And finance.
My tech is capital.
A lot of fun. Well, if there's one note you're going to take away, founders, it's that Arden is a lot of fun. It's great. Just kidding. Well, thank you so much, Arden. We're going to move on to the next. So it's going to be Kristina Milke with Sprout Fund here with us, despite having a cold. She's looking strong. So take it away, Kristina.
Thanks. There we go. Thanks, Christiana. Yeah, so my voice isn't as good as it normally is, so I'm not going to talk for too long. You have no worries, Zach, that I'm going to go over 2 minutes. So Sprout VC, and we're going to talk about Sprout Fund. So we invest in exceptional Western Canadian startups. Just to give a quick overview, we're very active in the Western Canadian space in seed stage ventures. We still have some capital left in our first fund. And so we invest in companies that we believe have the funding potential to get to a Series A. We're happy to advise and mentor you to help your team get to a Series A, as well as help you raise the capital for that next round. We have a lot of connections both in Canada and the US. We're a diverse team, both in gender and minority and experience. And in aggregate, we've raised over $100 million from angels, VCs, and strategic investors across North America. In Fund 1, we invest anywhere from 50 to 100K per company. Just a quick view of, we've invested in 9 companies, primarily in Alberta and BC so far in our first fund, and we have enough capital left to probably do one more investment. These are the partners in the fund. So Mark and Shahil, both Harvard grads. Everybody's got lots of experience in investing, running companies, building companies, sitting on boards, being on panels, helping the ecosystem. We are all also A100 members. Shahil and Mark are both Lean Stack certified as well. And we are happy to help and participate. Our goal overall is to build a really great, robust venture capital ecosystem and help those companies grow in Canada so we can compete on the global stage and have wealth creation in our country. And stay tuned for Sprout Fund 2 announcement to be coming sometime in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristina. Wow, short and sweet, on time. Beautifully done. Thank you. So now we're going to move on to Peter Hung with Rhino Ventures.
Christina, you really set the bar there. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, cool. So my name is Peter. I'm from Rhino Ventures. Just a quick background about myself. I come from a background in software and product management, discovered the world of venture capital and fell in love with it and decided to jump on board the wild ride of venture capital and startups. So Rhino Ventures, we invest exclusively in Western Canada and we play in the C to Series A turf. So Fraser Hall and Dan Eisenhart, the founders of our funds, what they discovered was when they were building Recon Instruments, there's a lot of great and talented founders in Western Canada, just not enough early stage capital. So this is where the premise of Rhino Ventures was built on. And if there's one thing to take away from us today, and I'm not going to spend too much time on the components of our investment thesis, is that we build a hyper-concentrated portfolio so that this enables us to fully commit to the founders that we work with, and it enables us to build a unique relationship. So what we like to say is that reputation is our currency. So I'm going to show you here. Here's a picture of all our founders and the special events that we hold. So reputation is our currency, and we trade on reputation, and this enables us to have unique access to opportunities and references from founders to other founders. And combined with our specific geographical focus of Western Canada, this enables our network effects. So it's important to know that we're down-to-earth people. We like to have fun. And what we tell founders is that we want everyone to enjoy the ride. So if anything that I said today resonates, if anybody, please feel free to reach out. I love being able to collaborate and just jam on anything, regardless if you're fundraising or just wanted to have a second take on something else. So open to questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Hey, I've been to Bowen Island where that picture was taken. Great.
That's awesome.
Great little island off the coast of Vancouver there. Very cool.
Yeah, we took the founders to a treasure hunt across several islands on one of the boats.
Nice. Okay, Peter, great to have you joining us all the way from Vancouver. Great to see your interest in prairie startups. I'd say we can probably stop sharing and move on to the next speaker, though.
Excellent. So now we're going to have Tim Kwok with Panache Ventures.
Thanks, Christiana. So here's the 2-minute pitch on Panache. We're a $58 million pre-seed and seed stage fund. We're focused primarily on Canada, and we really are focused on all of Canada. So we have investments in Victoria to Halifax to even Whitehorse, Yukon. We are industry agnostic. We are our average check size is $250K to $500K. We are in our the fund is 2.5 years old, so we have about 15 months left, and we're going to do 24 more investments in the remaining 15 months. And our biggest value to our founders is that we try to bring them from the pre-seed to seed stage to the Series A. And we do this by some of the ways we've helped our founders do this is things like helping them refine their pitch, making customer intros, doing interviewing potential hires for them, as well as introing them to follow-on investors. And the fun fact about us is that we've worked with most of the other investors on this call right here. So, and we have a pretty big network. So if you ever need an intro, feel free to reach out and we can probably help you with that.
Well, Tim, that was a 1-minute pitch. That was awesome. I'm impressed that you're going to do 24 investments in 15 months. How quickly do you guys turn around an investment decision for an entrepreneur?
Yeah, it can be, it can be pretty quick. I've seen the partners do it in a week, which is the fastest. But I would say on average, give it maybe 6 weeks.
Okay, good to know. Very impressive, Tim.
And Tim, can you tell us, so what's kind of the sweet spot for Panache Ventures in terms of industry sector? I think you touched on it quickly, but are there particular types of companies that are interesting to you?
Yeah, we're sector agnostic, so we'll look at everything, but just from looking at our portfolio so far, I think there's a little bit of there's definitely a concentration in software, and I would say the sub concentrations are probably fintech, prop tech, and B2B SaaS.
Okay, thank you. Well, I can see Zach is getting antsy, so it means it's time to move to the next speaker. So now I'd like to call to the stage Jessica Wang with Imp Capital, please.
All right, hi. Let me just share my screen.
Are you sharing a screen, Jessica? No
Yep.
worries.
All right. So welcome, everybody, to Imp Capital. We're a boutique VC firm founded by 3 partners in Canada, Australia, and China. So the whole purpose of our company had been to create something great. So we want to invest into talents and technologies that would fundamentally change our lives in some way. And we think that when that happens, tremendous value and wealth are usually created along the way. Our focus is simple: to identify, grow, and emerge with unicorns. To do that, we have established strong global offices and networks, as well as becoming active participants in the local innovation ecosystem. So here's our team. We're young, but we're driven by one goal only, and that's to continue learning and growing and emerge with greatness. We take a 3-pronged approach. First, we do top-down search, so horizontally across global regions, and then vertically in one particular industry and sector to identify the technologies that's at the verge of exponential growth. And then we do bottom-up. So to find great founders and teams that's on the right track, who has the potential to become leaders of that field. And when we find them and finally decide on investing, we work very closely alongside the founders, using our global networks and resources, and sometimes our partner expertise in the capital markets to help them rapidly grow and dominate. So here's a few past projects, and actually, I think Panache, we've been investing in the same project. I think BDAP. Did you guys get into BDAP? Okay. So anyways, here's a few companies when in Canada.
We're just at 2 minutes, so you know. But
oh, okay. All right. No, we're almost done. So and here's basically what the kind of value that we add. Ticket size, we're very opportunistic, from 100,000 all the way to 5 million, but we go all the way. And currently, we see explosive growth in fintech, medtech, telehealth, AI, edtech, robotics, and e-commerce. So we stand ready to take advantage of this big seismic shift after COVID. We think there's going to be a lot of opportunities and unicorns emerging.
Okay. Hey, Jessica, thanks so much. I also want to share with everyone that Jessica is participating as an angel investor in our summit, also representing her firm. And I can speak to her value and interest in very different types of companies, ranging from some of the companies in the food space to some of our deep tech companies spinning out from the University of Calgary. And she's offering great advice and mentorship and connections for all of them. So thanks so much, Jessica. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Jessica, and big congratulations on the investment in Apply Board. That was a pretty recent large financing that they had. So
yes, that was very exciting news.
Amazing. Okay. So next to the stage, I'd like to ask Shelley Kuipers with the 51 to come up.
Yeah, Jessica, you can stop sharing your screen too.
Oh, I'm I'm trying, sorry. There.
Hey guys. Hey Christiana. Hey Zach, how's it going? Hey everyone. Great to hear all the pitches. I was going to share a slide. Maybe I will. Oh, and now we have laughing in the background. Can you guys hear me?
You're good, Shelley.
We're actually the 51 is live from one of our investment companies tonight. It's called The Upside, and there's a shopping night here tonight. And it does involve some beverages. So we are having beverages. But anyway, it's great to see everyone. If you can see the slide, these statistics really just provide the backdrop around why does the 51 exist. So I don't know if you guys all know, but women make up 51% of the population, yet we only receive 4% of all venture funding globally. I mean, in Canada, and it's 2.8% globally. What we also know is by 2030, 65% of all Canadian wealth will be controlled by women. And so that was really the backdrop for the 51. We got started last year, a really small community of 75 financial feminists. We are now a community of over 8,000 financial feminists who are made up of both men and women. We are not a woman-only club or anything. Throughout the course of about 18 months, we invested $6.8 million into 19 companies, and that was just through our community approach. We launched our very first fund on September 4th. It's a micro fund. We got to our minimum raise in that fund within 3 weeks, and we're now in the process of starting to do investing. What we look for on the investment side is we're somewhat sector agnostic, but we've got expertise in clean tech, ag tech, fintech, digital technologies, direct to consumer. The company must be female-led or female co-led. Women have to be on the cap table. That's an absolute. And our check sizes range anywhere between 100 to 250K. And we invest in early stage US and Canadian companies at this time, and that's through our fund. But we are a financial platform, and we will be introducing more products and services to our community in the future. So that's the 51. We would love to hear from you and sign up to our community.
Thank you so much, Shelley. And great.
And this is Courtney.
Yes. Hi, Courtney.
On the event this evening. Nice to see you.
And Courtney is our leader of our LP group. So like we've heard from all the other pitches, it goes well beyond just the financial capital. We bring the human capital and intellectual capital. And so Courtney is the leader of our LP community and making sure that all of that super talent and goodness can be activated with our capital.
Great. Thank you. And tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Instagram to the 51's coffee chat that they have every Friday.
Exactly.
Maybe Tamara Wilgar with the A100 speaking tomorrow. So that will be a good one.
Yeah.
So on to the next before Zach gets mad at me. So lastly here, we have Mohan Markandaier with Good News Ventures.
Good News Ventures. My favorite name for VC firm I've heard. Good News Ventures. Love it.
Yeah, sorry. Hi, everyone. We are Good News Ventures. Again, the name comes from providing a positive connotation to something that's extremely difficult, which is starting a business and also investing in early stage business as well. I'm Mohan. I'm the managing partner here. We are a VC fund, pre-seed, seed stage fund based in Toronto, investing across Canada, and we're now expanding to invest in the US as well. The managing partners, Murat and I, are actually engineers turned entrepreneurs, and after exiting our businesses, we were actually angel investors, and that's where we met Mona as well. As angels, we've invested in over 40 companies and decided to launch our fund 3 years ago. We invest based on 3 theses: why you, why now, and why this. So we bet a lot on the founders. The founders, a big, bold vision. Do they have passion? Can they persevere? Is there a founder market fit? The timing is so important. Has anything changed from a regulatory standpoint or from tech advances? and also why this? Is there a moat? Is this solution better than others? We usually invest post-product. We actually invest pre-revenue. We prefer to see some traction in terms of users, pilots, or some sort of a path to monetization. Our check size is 100 to 200,000. Maximum we've done is 500,000. Is sector agnostic, but it's predominantly SaaS, B2B, B2B2C. It could be enterprise. We actually invested in marketplace and any unique business model as well. We have to date about 28 companies in our portfolio. Over the last 3.5 years, we've actually successfully exited in 3. And again, this is not by design. I mean, our partners have diverse background ethnically and also from global perspective. But we have about 20% of our portfolio companies are women founders. We try to improve that. I think we are in due diligence in 6 of them, and 3 of them are women founder as well, which we are proud of. Please, we are looking to expand. We haven't invested in any companies in Alberta. We're looking for great founders, get to know them. We have about 60 plus accredited high net worth individuals who are previous entrepreneurs themselves. We leverage them to support our portfolio companies. So we are operators first. Marat and I have combined experience of over 40 years as entrepreneurs, and we look to meet as many founders as possible, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you in Alberta sometime. But I'm currently based in Toronto.
Mohan.
Yeah. Yep.
So great to have you. I was enjoying your pitch so much I totally lost track of time. We're over 2 minutes now. But
sorry.
I wanted to follow up on one question. Did you say that you like to invest in pre-revenue companies? Did I hear that?
Yeah, we've actually invested a number of pre-revenue companies, and unfortunately for us, after a year, they've actually become post-revenue. So, yeah. So we bet our thesis is all based on the founders, right? So yeah. So that's what we bet on, and look for passionate entrepreneurs who can persevere, and everything else they can change as they go along.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm meeting you for the first time, Mohan, and I'm hearing about your firm for the first time tonight, like everybody else, possibly. Yeah, so great to have you with us. Hopefully, we'll see you investing in Alberta company one day soon.
Yes, that's the plan.
So, Christiana, any closing remarks for our VCs and our audience tonight, Christiana?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here. No. I mean, I would just say thanks to everyone. Thanks to the VCs. I think it's definitely healthy for the VCs to be in the hot seat now and again and go through what the founders go through all the time as well. And it was great to see everyone. Great to see everyone so open, so genuine, and so well prepared. So thanks for your time. And I'll leave it to you, Zach.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say, let's all head over to Discord and keep the conversation going. I heard that the YouTube chat was just blowing up. So I know they all want to meet you on Discord. And a quick shout out. We do have our big investment summit November 19th. You want to check that out. We'll be investing in at least 2 Alberta startup companies at that point in time. So maybe more. We'll see what happens.
Good.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting everyone.
Yeah. Hopefully most of you can join us on Discord.